Yeah, I did. I did. I think that's why it hurts a bit that we didn't take anything off the game today because of the performance. I think we invested a lot. The players did in getting a result in a certain way. It was excellent. It was excellent play. Was great play from out from the back into the midfielders, into the final third, creating chances. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I wished we could have taken something of the game because of the performance the players put in today.
Jamie Vardy been a crucial player, but those two missed chances before the goal, they were big moments, weren't they?
Yeah, we created them moments in a great way. There was some excitement going on because of that level of football in the stadium. That's how I felt it. Also at half-time and at the final whistle, there was a good connection with the crowd and creating those chances from playing well. Of course, as a striker, you know that you need a bit of luck there and in taking these moments. But of course, it's where games are decided. Yeah.
You mentioned the crowd there. Obviously, after the game, they were chanting for the players despite the defeat. That must have been really pleasing for you, especially after the last game.
Yeah, it's very positive. Of course, we're talking after you're referring after the Wolves game. Of course, that wasn't easy for us, you know, but we could understand it in a way as well with disappointment. Not on an individual, we can never understand that, but as a whole, yes. But today, I felt the performance reflected also in the stands. And was visible in the reaction of some great attacks and some great football. Also some work rate where players are chasing and fighting until the end, that reflected in the stands. That's why I feel sorry, you know, for this performance, yeah, for the team, that we couldn't take anything off the game in points.
It was a very confident performance, as you said. How have you done anything to keep that confidence high within the group despite losing the past couple of games?
Yeah, of course, there's two ways to look at results, at football in results purely. And when you lose, you're bad, and when you win, you're great. But of course, we are working with players every day. We want to play in a certain way. We want to develop players in their roles, in that game model, in that idea of football. And when things come off on the pitch, on a day like this against a great side, then of course you as manager and coaches and squad, you feel that you're developing something, and that is a nice feeling. But the best feeling is to make sure that we collect points. But of course, it's a foundation to build on, that's for sure.
What did you make of Bilal?
Decent performance. No, he was good. He was excellent. I think it suits him as well, the way we're trying to play. Of course, kicking the ball up the park, he won't be the one to hold it up for you or to. But when we're starting to play through the middle, finding these half spaces and finding Facundo, Bilal, then these players can flourish, and that's what the team did today. They made each other strong. I think players were playing in their role, reaching their top levels, and that's what you want from a team. And I think Bilal deserves a big compliment today in his work rate, off the ball and also on the ball. He showed how technical and skillful he is.
Last one, if you wouldn't mind. Ronaldo is Premier League debut today. What's the next step for him?
Maintaining his training levels. He's been doing really well in training. That's why he's there. He's pushing for a place in the squad. What he has is speed, good feet. He can create something powerful. So it's what we need on the wings. Players who can take on 1v1s, get balls in the opponent's box and get past people, you know, to create chances for us. And that's Will is capable of that. But of course, he's very young. He needs to keep working like he's doing now.
We're going to take one here and then we'll go across to there.
Like you mentioned,
results will start to improve, what would be, what you think is the key to stop those goals going into any games with the better?
Yeah, I think after the Wolves game I referred on structural mistakes or individual mistakes. It's something we have to separate. I think Jakob had a fantastic debut, had a great game today, so only credits for him. Of course, but he's not happy with the first goal, and that's credit to him that he's thinking like that, and he owes that, and yeah, it's something we have to accept, and it will happen, but we have to reduce these moments to stay in the game, you know, or take the lead yourself. But on the other hand as well, it's taking those opportunities that we had against Wolves and also at Anfield. I think a couple there that we could put away. So both boxes is what we know that will make the difference in points. So that's something that we're definitely looking at.
Ruud, you seem to be talking to Savinho at the end. You had him at PSV. I was just wondering what you said to him, and also
Yeah.
what you made of him from then to now.
Yeah, it's always when you work with players, it's great to develop them, and when you see him 2 years later and developed really well, then I thought, what have I done? But I congratulated him on his performance. Of course, as a young kid coming from Brazil, he came into PSV, he took care of him, developed him in a certain way of playing that really suits Manchester City. I wasn't surprised they took him because you could see his quality today, how good he is on the ball, also off the ball with his deep runs, but he's technically very gifted, a great character. He'll be definitely there for the Brazilian national team and in the top level of football. So I congratulated him on the performance, although it hurt it a bit.
You just wished it didn't come against you.
Yeah, I wished.
Folks.
Thanks, guys. Have a good New Year.